to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington football podcast by fans for fans. With your hosts, Jesse Martin.
You want to play what? Okay. Say hello to my little friend.
John Taman.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
And Keith Gray.
The King, your Majesty.
And now here's your host, John Taman.
Hey everybody, welcome once again to another fucking Loser Monday episode of the goddamn Bleeding Burgundy podcast. You know, ever since I started doing this podcast, Jesse, this fucking team sucks. What the hell's up with this?
The very first 2 seconds of the podcast says it all.
I'd say so. I got a goddamn in there and two fucks right there in the first sentence of the podcast. So all of you people with kids, I guess you've kind of figured it out by now. You shouldn't be listening to this. So look, yesterday was so bad. We try to have some structure on this show, believe it or not, but I don't even see the point because there's no structure on this team. So just straight up, right off the top of your head, start with whatever you want to fucking bitch about and let's go. Because that was ridiculous yesterday.
Yeah. The fact of the matter is we again hold a team to a measly score. And we can't do nothing about it. Our offense is inept. And my feelings on this, the whole matter, I see a lot of people blaming Scott Turner, and he is not the fucking problem. The problem is the people that are on the field right now. And
with the exception of a few.
Yeah. You're absolutely
on offense,
right.
I wouldn't put Terry in there, and I wouldn't put guys like Schweitzer in there. They're doing their best.
No. But again, there was plays to be made yesterday. There was one third down that pissed me off so much.
Which one? Because I mean,
it was I forget which one. It was earlier. It was earlier in the game. I think he threw it to it was either Terry or Ricky Seals Jones. But he had DeAndre Carter with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And
he did hit DeAndre Carter for a nice touchdown.
It was an easy 7.
Yeah. Well, he did hit Carter for a nice touchdown. And immediately when he did it, I thought, damn, Jesse was bitching last week that he's not looking for Carter. And he found him for that nice touchdown. And that's the one that the Hive is going to go, look, see, he can play. He can play.
I got in an argue with some. Listen, this guy yesterday, he actually texted me. He said that drive and that touchdown pass was magical. I retweeted it. I said, did you really seriously just say magical? It was magic. And this is a Hive, of course. And we've been, he's been coming after me for the past couple of weeks because I've been on Taylor Heineke's ass because he sucks. And he said, did you see that? Oh, you're all quiet now. And then 10 minutes later, threw an interception. So,
let me tell you something, mister. That drive was magical.
Yeah.
It left me feeling all a quiver.
Yeah.
And that's what they'll hang their hat on is this one drive. Well, that's great. He got one drive. He gets one drive a game because we're averaging fucking 13 points a game over the last month.
That was the very first pass that I can remember that he actually hit a wide receiver in stride. So I will give him props for that.
He hit McKissick in stride on the 2-play drive that he got against the Giants, but that was week 2. Okay, that was week 2.
I forgot about that one.
This illustrates exactly the problem. You can it takes a while before you remember. Yeah, when's the last time he hit a guy with some chances for yards after the catch? You know, magical. The drive was magical. It was just magical. Well, here, what do you say about this magic, this disappearing act? We are 0 for 7 in the fucking red zone since going back to last week. So, no, they had 6 trips last week against the Packers, right? 6 trips. And 2 trips yesterday. So 0 for 8 in the red zone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's magical. Watch him disappear. Here, we're going inside the 20-yard line. He disappears. Poof, it's magical.
And then that
Ivers need to shut up.
Yeah, that one screen that took so long to develop. And if you go back and look on that play, it was a third down. or it might have been fourth down.
It was a fourth down where he hit Ricky Seals-Jones almost in the back.
But the fact of the matter is, if he would have thrown it right away,
he would have hit Ricky Seals-Jones in the back.
It would have been a first down. But
he wasn't turned around. He hit him in the butt.
No. Okay, I'm talking about this different one because he caught this pass, and it was 2 yards short of the first down.
Okay.
It took so much time to develop, but all he had to do, because Ricky Seals-Jones, he was waiting for the ball, but Taylor Heineke kept holding on to the ball like he always does, just holds on to the ball. It's getting to the point now where I loathe seeing Taylor Heineke under center. I loathe it.
He loathes. By the way, when you said that their offense was inept, all the people out there that are inept laughed at you and said, shit, those boys are a bunch of chumps. Look, there was so many examples yesterday of the Broncos getting down on their knees and handing this game to us on a silver fucking platter.
Easy.
And he can't do it. He can't do it. He just can't effing do it. Look, on the final quote unquote drive the Broncos had, where all they had to do was run out the clock, we made them fumble twice and sacked them once. All right. This is the level of stupidity of the team that just beat us. Okay. Yeah. They went back to pass with 26 seconds left to go in the game when they could have just run the clock out, took a sack. All right. And then we forced the fumble that gave Heineke another chance. And hey, how about the great start to that drive where he threw it over to Seals-Jones, who was already out of bounds? He threw it so there was nothing he could do with it. Look, he threw it out of bounds on fourth down and ball game. He threw it out of bounds on fourth down. He threw it out of the fucking end zone. That is Dan Orlovsky stupid stepping on the back line. All right. And apologies to Dan Orlovsky, because I know he listens to the show and he's an awesome fucking analyst. But that is that level of stupid. Last week, he falls down at the Schmitz line. This week on fourth down, out of the end zone, nobody has a chance to catch it except the fat guy back there that's in for crowd control because they're getting ready to win. Right?
Yeah. It's
shut up, Heineke Hive. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Stop your buzzing. And this bullshit, Ron in his press conference today is sticking with Heineke. And I don't get it. I don't effing get it, because what does he have invested in this guy?
I don't know. I'm thinking that I think he's chalking up the season as a lost season. And right now I kind of get it, actually. Listen. We're not going to go to the playoffs. All right.
No.
We want to make sure that we get good draft position, but we still want to try to be as competitive as possible. I get that. And that's what you should want as a Redskin fan right now.
Well,
nothing's going to happen. Obviously you want to win, but you want to see, let's start playing players that are on the bench. Let's start making moves. Let's start trying different things, but don't expect to win.
Period. They've been doing that. And whether by hook or by crook, I mean, we've seen every single one of our starting offensive linemen, when Flowers went down in the fourth quarter, that's it. That's all of them. All right. I don't know how seriously hurt he is, but Roulier has a fracture. He's out. Cosme's out. His backup, Lucas, didn't even show up because he was sick.
And Tim fucking Meek, I swear to God, he tweeted out, Chase Roulier has been the Iron Man. He's the best offensive lineman. He's always there. He's never hurt. And guess
Tim
what?
Jinx,
two fucking plays later, Chase Roulier goes down.
Tim, listen, I know you're out in Indianapolis. You have to watch the Colts from now on. You can root for us, but you have to watch the Colts game while we're on. Jesus Christ, you put Roulier on the ground. Yeah, he's out for a considerable amount of time with a broken bone. Schweitzer took a bit of a ding yesterday, but he came back in the game. Flowers got knocked out in the fourth quarter. Sadiq Charles, I've seen enough. You know, I mean, somebody on Twitter this morning was bitching because our third string. Oh, it was fucking Funny Danny, that idiot from goddamn
I
from
despise him.
God, Jesus Christ! Our third, well, this team sucks. It blowing up, and the third string is getting beat. Look at this. Our depth sucks, dude. You're sitting here literally bitching that the third stringer got abused.
Third stringer.
I mean, they've taken some injuries, but that's no excuse for yesterday. The Broncos just kept holding the game out to them. Please take this game. Please take this game. And they just couldn't do
this
it.
should have been a 33-10 or 17 win. Easy
I would
for
say
us.
so. I would say so. And Teddy Bridgewater's out there looking like Tom Brady. Teddy fucking Bridgewater. And the one thing I noticed about Teddy Bridgewater is when he went on the sidelines, he put on that knit cap and he looked like he was like in a 1960s beauty salon wearing a fucking hairdryer. That's just how I saw it.
Look, we hold them to 17 points. I
Yeah,
mean,
you should win.
This was a game that I just don't
It leaves you speechless.
understand. Yeah, it really did leaves you speechless. Then you still have the idiots that are pining and loving for Taylor Heineke, and I just don't get it. I don't fucking get it because he's
one of
awful.
them's Ron Rivera, and I don't get that.
I mean,
They
I don't
paid him
think
nothing, right?
I don't mind Ron Rivera, doing that with Heineke. I don't think he's ever going to try to throw players under the bus. I think from what I understand, I did read while I was waiting for you to come on that he did leave some room for a possible quarterback change. Who knows? I mean, is there any latest on Fitzpatrick? I haven't heard anything.
It's not looking good, I would say. But the problem with all of this is it's way too late. All of a sudden now he's open to the change, and this is part of the problem that I've seen all season long. It took till week 6 before he looked at the defense and went, maybe we should do something a little different here. Maybe we should. Right, and now he's done it in week 6. By then it's almost too late, and the defense is playing better. Landon Collins played pretty well yesterday.
He did have a good game, and
he did.
We were going to give game balls. He would definitely get one because he was flying all over the field in the linebacker position.
Right.
McCain dropped a easy interception.
Jesus Christ!
I just.
Who doesn't drop that interception? My little fucking sister.
My daughter probably could have.
Fucking Timmy from South Park would have caught that. Timmy, he'd have been down the fucking field. I couldn't believe that. And that's the thing, man. Gifts, when you get them, you can't turn them away. That brings me to Chris Blewett. Oh my God, I don't want to see this guy anymore.
Listen,
at all. Ever.
I don't blame the second block punt or blocked field goal on him.
But when you're saying those words, don't you realize that?
You see my eyes.
Kick wasn't on him. I disagree. I think I saw what you saw, which was the ball kind of fluttered in Way's hand when the snap came back, but he got it up and laces were out when that foot came.
Well, no. I think there was more push on the defensive line. Okay, I'm blaming more the offensive line for that than because one, it was a 53 yarder, I believe.
No, he hit the 53 yarder. He missed one from about 43.
The second block was a 50 plus.
Was it? And I know he hit the 53 yarder.
It was a lot more. The first one was just didn't come off the ground whatsoever. But looking at it from the side angle and the trajectory of it, it did come up. But you saw the defensive line got a lot of push. So I'm putting that more on the line than I am on Blewett, even though maybe he could have got it up just a little bit more. But it doesn't matter. It's
not even Blewett. It's Ron. This is where I get so fucking frustrated because out of all the kickers that are available, and I mean, dude, every year there's kickers that come out of college that played well for whatever school they played for, and they never get picked up by anybody forever.
Sure.
What do you see? One kicker, two kickers at the most drafted in any given year at the most. They're out there. All right. And what he looked at was Chris Blewett 5 years ago, because he's had no pro kicks. 5 years ago, he was a 69% kicker at fucking Pitt. 69%. And he went, this is our guy. This is our guy. And now he said today, John Keim tweeted out that he said today that he's our kicker. When he asked, are you going to change your kickers? No, Blewett's our kicker now. And okay, that could mean Tuesday we do our workouts, so right now he's our kicker. But good God, he has a 60% blocked rate. You couldn't say that. That's like a bad goalie in the NHL, right? He fucking stops 60% of your shots. His ass would be out of there. This dude's got blocked 3 out of 5 times. It's unfathomable.
Yeah, no, you got a point. I mean,
There is no other way
I
to
mean,
put it. 3 out of 5.
it is kind of wild to
Holy shit.
to fathom this whole year has just been
Unfathomable.
It's
what the fuck?
Yeah, it's it right there. It's a what the fuck. Like nothing is going right. Nothing.
None of it makes any
whatsoever.
sense either.
Yeah,
No.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
And I'm not turning on Ron right now. I'm not.
No.
I know so many people are.
Well,
I think Ron's got it so much on his plate. And it's a lot of it's not even football. It's he's still handling all the drama, and he still gets the questions from all the stuff that happened so many regimes ago. And so I'm not going to come down on the coaching staff, because I think overall, he is late to the party, but I think at the beginning of this year, he gave us fair warning, and I don't think anybody kind of took it when he said, I kind of wish we didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, well, he said that just a couple weeks ago. He says it's fool's gold. This is going to take
well,
a while.
and he said he kind of said
He's
that
right.
in the earlier, because he when they were talking about the schedule, this was in the off season. He was like, yeah, we got to play a first place schedule now. And I think that was kind of foresight, looking into the future, like, hey guys, we're
the national media didn't do any favors by latching onto that defense and making sure. But at the same time, the defense should be better than dead fucking last.
It should be, and
that's not a big part of crossover.
Their stats after the past couple of games should go up. I don't know if we'll still be in dead last, because they have got better.
They were terrible on third down yesterday too. They're still dead last against third down.
The third, yeah, you're right, but I still think they didn't give up that many yards. And they gave only 17 points. I mean, that's
the bottom line. You should win any NFL game.
Yeah, the lowest point total all year, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I mean they held the Packers to 24, even though Rodgers marched them up and down the field and threw for a shit ton of yards. The fact of the matter is, remember what I said earlier in the year? All they really need to do, when everybody's blah, 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 Fitzpatrick, blah, 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 blah. Last year, they held opponents to 23 points a game. We could only score 21 points a game. So you need a guy to get you that extra touchdown. Now they're finally getting to the point where they are starting to hold teams down a little bit in the scoreboard. The Packers is the one reason that I say this, because holding Denver off the scoreboard, that shouldn't be a big trick. But with the two of them right in a row like that, that's what you need. But we have we're averaging 13 points a game since the Chiefs game, which is 4 games.
Yeah. No, you're right. And then I'm going to tell you this right now, and those listening, if you balk at it, you're dumb. If Fitzpatrick,
just write us an email. Tell us.
If Fitzpatrick was under center, we'd be in a hell of a lot better position than we are right now.
We wouldn't be 2-7. We'd probably have won the Saints game, and we probably would have.
We'd at least, at the very least, we'd have 4
We'd have been
wins.
more competitive in the Chiefs game. Maybe even the Packers game. I mean, goddamn it, you give.
I think we would.
You give him that game. You give him 6 tries inside the 20.
At the very least, we would have 4 wins at the very, very least.
Yeah,
but we also could be 0-7 right now. Thinking about it,
you're a fucking barrel of laughs, aren't
you? Well, I'm not talking about with Fitzpatrick. Just look at the Giants game and the Atlanta game. The Giants game, we only won that because the idiot jumped off sides. It's the only reason why we won that game. The only reason. And the Falcons game, that was
a lot more tight than it needed to be.
Yeah.
That's all you can say about that. That should have been a tie game going into those final drives, where we could have played for a field goal instead of needing. Well, I guess we could have anyway. But even still,
we're very, very close to being 0-7 right now.
Right. Now the Falcons. Did you see what happened to Matt Ryan yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see his hand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. His hand was a mess. And right after it happens, he throws an interception. Gee, what a fucking imagine that.
The Jets beat Cincinnati. Can you believe that?
Shocked the world. That New England went out to freaking LA and beat the Chargers. I mean, there was some games yesterday, and the Broncos beat the Washington. Oh, that's not a big surprise.
Oh man, I shit the bed in my work pool. I was in
coworkers are not happy with you.
Oh man,
dude, you work for Parks and Rec, so you know the work pool might actually be.
I don't work for Parks and Rec. I do. It's part of general services, but I'm in a different division. But yeah, anyways, grounds maintenance, general services is what I do, because I do a whole bunch of different shit. But anyways, that's besides the point. Yeah, we have a huge pool, and we do it picks by against the spread, and I'm always up in top 3, top 4. Well, yeah, I shit the bed yesterday because all those games were unexpected.
That was weird. Hey, I got a question for you. Does general services include going over to like the rest stops and chasing the gay guys out of the bathrooms?
No, that's
no, you don't have to do that?
That's state. That's the staties.
Okay, just making sure.
VDOT
get the prostitutes out of the rest stops.
I work with VDOT a lot, but I'll ask them. I'm gonna ask a good question.
Tell you what, I drove down to Hilton Head, and when I stopped at a rest stop in northern South Carolina, I definitely made sure I looked under all the goddamn stalls to make sure there wasn't anything there. Like, there'd be no playing no games here.
Oh man!
All right, so what did you learn yesterday?
We suck. Thank you for listening to Bleed Burgundy podcast.
We'll see you next year.
Yeah.
You're channeling Keith. By the way, Keith, we hope to have you back soon. I'm sure everybody that doesn't know this yet, Keith had a household accident where he exploded the oven in front of himself, and now he's got no eyebrows. He's laying in the hospital.
Yeah, poor Keith. We'll send him some flowers.
Send
balloons. Yeah, it was it was just like, really, I just didn't expect what I saw yesterday.
You know, this is exactly how I've felt all day. You just go,
yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday, I could not believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe what I was watching. It's inexplicable how this team, I don't care. I don't give a shit that he doesn't have any wide receivers. It's not a matter of what he has right now. It's who they are, who the fucking Broncos are. And that with even no weapons, we got the ball down close a couple of times. You got to put the ball in the end zone. No NFL team should lose. Dude, the Lions would beat us right now. The Lions would fucking beat us right now. And I'm not even joking. I'm not moaning and groaning. The fact of the matter is they play with more heart. Our offense has no fucking go.
When you say no weapons, that strikes a nerve with me a little bit, because that's what a lot of people have been saying.
We have weapons.
A lot of the Heineke hive say, well, look, he doesn't have anybody to throw. It doesn't matter. There's not household names for him to throw to. There is people there for him to throw to.
Right.
You can see people
They're
wide open on screen.
They're open.
You can see it, and he makes the wrong decisions.
Or if he throws it too late. And by the way, when I said heart, I made a mistake. The defense is playing with heart.
No, they are.
They're trying their ass off. And there's guys in that team that are playing with heart.
Yeah.
They're just, even with diminished weapons, the guy that's pulling the trigger, he can't aim.
Yeah.
You know, so what's the difference? And sometimes there's guys like Cam Sims, man. He's had very few opportunities this year, but he's made Yesterday he got one catch.
Yeah,
he
he
took
had a
off
good
running.
play.
Very, very rarely do you see this with this team. He wants to play. I'd say get him in there some more. Humphreys was open yesterday over and over and over again.
So was DeAndre Carter.
This guy doesn't know how to read his reads, or he's forgotten how to read his reads. He barely took off and ran yesterday. I mean, granted, he had time in the where the pocket broke down on him, but for the most part, the times that he took sacks, I thought were mostly on him.
Yeah,
he waited too
absolutely.
long.
100%.
He stays in there too long, and I mean, there's something to be said for that. But goddamn it, the reason you're staying there too long isn't because you're waiting for somebody to come open. It's because you didn't know when they were coming open, and now you don't know what to do.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's different between.
And I know Taylor Heineke doesn't listen to the show, but his sister does. So you better tell him.
Yeah, let him know.
Fucking hang.
Coach John will help Taylor
this ain't
out.
even Coach John. This is guy on the goddamn fucking couch that can see what the fuck you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Get this shit straight.
Sorry,
I'm all over the place.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those games. It's just like I'm done. That's why I didn't even put on a podcast. I didn't even listen to any radio today because I just didn't want to hear anything about it. You know,
I mean, I listen to Al Galdi in the morning. I like Al Galdi, but Al Galdi says the same things again and again and again. Galdi's style trips me out. I listen to how he talks and not just what he says, and it cracks me up. He'll say, I mean, he'll break a play way down. We had a handoff here, shotgun handoff, 3rd down, 12 to the left. I mean, he breaks down every single one of them, and then the next time he even mentions that handoff, he says all of it again. You'd have to listen to it.
No, I listen to Galdi all the time.
He makes sense.
Him and Sheehan is the only. Like you say you don't like Sheehan?
I like Sheehan, but sometimes he goes. I mean, I like Sheehan, even though sometimes I disagree with him. How about that?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I disagree with stuff that Galdi said, but those are my two favorite.
Yeah.
I put on JP Finley sometimes on the car ride home because I like to get pissed off for some reason because he's stupid. And that's it kind of makes me feel better. It makes me feel better.
Right. It's amazing he can talk when he comes up for air from under the desk with Brian Mitchell.
Oh God. Listen, and while we're on the subject of that, I love
going
Brian
back to the
Mitchell.
rest stops.
I love Brian Mitchell as a player. I have grown to really not like that guy now. I've lost I lost a lot of respect for him once he has been. He used to say, "Oh, I'm not media." When he have his shows, I'm not media. Now he's really relished and gone into the media drama, and stirs up shit all the time. And he thinks his shit don't stink. And dude, listen, you were never ever a number one running back. Okay, you were a kick returner, but you still act like you're better than everybody that's ever played.
Well, here's the thing. Mitchell is an alpha, and you got to know that from the outset. And he never thinks he's ever going to be beaten by anybody. And I can respect that. That's how he became who he was, that was a good kick returner. The thing I have a problem with about Mitchell is that when he left, which was not good. I mean, Snyder kind of said, when he left, he went to the Giants, and he said that he wanted to stick it to the fans, which, dude, we always supported you. Always supported you, and I don't know why you would say that. You can stick it to Snyder all you want. As a matter of fact, if you say that, we're going to be behind you. Okay. Terry, when you end up leaving here, then you say, I just want to stick it to Snyder. We're going to cheer for you every time you do.
Terry's not staying.
Well, I hope he does.
I hope he does, but he's not going to. He won't.
We'll see. They got to get him a quarterback, but we don't. I'm off the topic now, but yes, that's where Mitchell went with that. And that's enough for me. But then I gained respect back for him because even though he was bitching about the team all the time, he was right. Now he's gone media, and you're right. They're following that stupid dude. Did you see the Champ Bailey shit over the weekend?
Oh yeah. Oh,
they let him just lie.
Man, I jumped all over JP Finley for that.
I did too.
I said you are. If you don't know the real story, that you're sleeping under a fucking rock.
Well, the thing is, somebody said to me on Twitter during that discussion that we had about his wife and his infidelities was what made him go out and
That was one of the reasons. There was multiple
But
reasons.
I had never seen that confirmed, and some guy on Twitter said, yeah, it was confirmed like 5 or 6 years ago. Which, okay, I guess I'll have to take your word for it because I've never seen, and Champ's never going to come out and say, yeah, I was fucking this girl. That's not going to happen. But the fact of the matter was, Champ sat there and said, it's not like I was a free agent that's wanting to leave town. Bullshit. You were a free agent. He's splitting the finest of hairs. And the fact that he can say this is because they traded him on the eve of free agency. All right. They were going to slap the tag on him, which, as a matter of fact, they already had slapped the tag on him. And free agency was going to start in like 24 to 48 hours. I can't remember exactly. But they traded him on the eve of it, and he worked out the contract. He worked it out with Denver. They gave him permission to seek a trade, and they franchise tagged him. Now, Jesse, why do you franchise tag somebody that's a free agent?
So you can trade him.
You can keep him, force him to stay.
Either keep him or sign and trade him.
Or you can get 2 first-round picks if somebody steps up.
Yeah.
And for Champ, we'd have gotten that. But this bullshit where I wasn't a free agent. Yes, you were. That's all there is to it. So
And
see, if that's where I want Mitchell and JP to step up and say, well, wait a minute. But they don't. They just go, oh, good. More to pile on Snyder. And believe me, I hate Snyder. I am a Snyder disliker. And we have plenty to pile on him without making shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
True.
So anyway, back to the fucking game.
Game balls?
I guess so. I don't really have a comedy bit worked up for today. I didn't really feel funny at all.
It's not. The game was comedy. It was comedy enough.
Here's what we got. I got this. All right. This is my impression of inside Taylor Heineke's helmet, where after the defense has forced another fumble and gotten the ball back with giving him the ball at the 29-yard line. Here it is, 4th down and fucking season. 4th down and season.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I want you to go trips right. I want you to go ZX to the call, and then I want you to fucking try to hit one of them as fast as you goddamn can. We need to score right here. Go get him.
And Heineke says, you mean throw it into the fucking crowd? Okay. You mean throw it out of the end zone on 4th down and season? Jesus Christ. I said it yesterday on Twitter. He fell out of the ugly tree and hit every fucking stick on the way down. And while he did, it gave him brain damage.
Yep. Yeah, I got a game ball that I'll go one on the offense, one on the defense. Right. Scott Turner gets a game ball.
Scott Turner.
For all of you out there that are blaming Scott Turner, you couldn't be further from the truth. He has been amazing for what he's had to work with. He is already in line. People are going to be owners are going to be and GMs are going to be lined up to interview him for head coaching jobs in the next year or two. That's been confirmed. I heard that report. It was this past week sometime. Young offensive mind coordinators are the thing nowadays. They want them into head coaching. If you can call plays, you have a good chance of becoming a head coach.
If you look at all 8 of the division leading coaches,
mm-hmm.
Vrabel is a defensive minded coach, but the rest of them are all offensive gurus.
Yeah,
they're all offensive coaches.
Yeah,
so it's set up that way, and that's just the way you got to go.
Yeah. And people, a lot of people scoff at that because a lot of people are stupid and don't know what the hell they're looking at.
Especially when they're driving.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. You got a defensive game ball?
Yeah. I was just going to give it to Landon Collins, man, because he played his ass off yesterday.
He did.
I was a little bit concerned about when he was going to make that switch. If he wouldn't put his heart into it, but he certainly has, and I like the way that he's played. He's flying around the ball, and he's trying to make hits, and
he can call it whatever position he wants. If he doesn't want to play linebacker, fine. You're playing flute back.
Yeah.
Fuck whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. You're in where you're supposed to be. And
Yeah.
yesterday, I saw a situation in 3 successive plays that proved where he's supposed to be, because on the first down play, he was responsible for the tight end who immediately slipped across the formation and beat him for like 8 yards. All right, he was late getting over there to it.
Mhm.
The second down play was a run, and he stuffed it in the backfield for like a
Yeah.
2-yard loss.
Yeah.
The third was the running back floated out in the flat. They
Yeah.
threw him the ball, and he fucking didn't get there, and it's a first down. So, yes, crashing in, hitting the running back. He got a sack yesterday.
Yeah.
He played a great game yesterday.
Yeah.
So, since you gave it to him and I can't give it to him, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Kendall Fuller, who I thought played probably the best
He
game of the
did
year
play
so
very
far.
well yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right.
And I think that the fact that they played a lot of man yesterday, and they put St. Just out on some. I mean, Cortland Sutton's been playing pretty well. Jerry
Yeah,
Judy's a speed burner.
St. Juice had a couple good plays, but he
got toasted a couple times.
He got burned. It was probably his worst game, but it still wasn't that bad. I mean, Sutton, like you said, Sutton's good.
He's a rookie, and they saw him and they went after him, and that's fine. But he made up for it on a couple of plays, and I have no doubt that he's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
My offensive game ball is going to go to Jared Patterson. I'm glad to see what they gave him. As much as I like Gibson,
we were talking about that in the pregame podcast. We'd like to see a little bit more of him, and he did okay. He did well enough.
Look, he got the most carries for one, and as much as I like Gibson, those plays are slow to develop. He's kind of a Le'Veon Bell type where he wants to try to find and pick his way. Well, Patterson gets the ball at
and hits the
full
hole.
speed
Yeah.
and hits it. He hits it. There was even a couple of plays yesterday where I thought they had him stopped. There was a little swing pass out to him. I thought they had him stopped. Nope, that dude churns his.
He's
fucking
so small.
legs.
Yeah, he's slippery too.
He powers through, and boom! Once he powers through, he's got the quickness to escape.
He's a bowling ball that can.
I hope he earned himself some more time.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah,
you've been hearing me say it.
McKissick played very well yesterday as well, too.
Yeah, he did.
McKissick deserves a game ball or a hat tip or whatever.
Well, I'll give him a hat tip. I'm give him a game ball.
Good job.
Look, I'll tell you what. You've heard me say it in the last 3 or 4 games with the keys. That what I want to see. I want to see at least 30 carries. Mix it up between the 3 of them.
Yeah.
Bring Patterson into the mix. And I guarantee you, we get down to the goddamn 1-yard line again. That's my guy.
Yeah,
that's my guy. And we will get down to the 1-yard line again against Tampa Bay 4 times, and we will score probably none.
All right, Goats, before we wrap up.
All right, Goats, who you got? Taylor Heineke.
My favorite player, Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Honecker. Right. Yep. We were in agreement on that. That dude stinks.
Yeah. The offensive line for getting hurt. I mean, they don't really deserve, a game ball, but that really, really sucked. And I can't give a goat nut to anybody else but him, because he's terrible.
He stopped the whole game. He stopped this team from winning the game.
Yeah.
And he stopped it not only from winning the game, but again, the Broncos got down on their knee and they said, please, will you take this game? Please win this game. And Taylor Heineke went, fuck that. Let me throw it out the goddamn end zone.
I think I'm going to pay for one of those planes. Remember the fire Bruce Allen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do bench Taylor Heineke.
Bench him on a raft and push him out to sea. That's fine with me.
Or start Kyle Allen or something.
Right.
Sign Cam Newton, for God's sakes. Do something.
Nah, we don't want to get stupid now, do we?
Yeah, no, we don't.
All right, then. Well, I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough torture for today. We have a bye week coming up. I guess.
Yeah, we do.
We'll be back Friday.
And, by the way, nobody's going home either. Ron's having practice as usual this week. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I hope he dogs the hell out of him.
I mean, I don't know what good it's going to do. They've been practicing all season so far, and it's been fucking awful.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see how
who
this
knows?
works out.
Who knows? Well, man, I ain't got nothing else.
The only thing I got left to say is, Tom Brady, you better watch your shit.
I'm coming for you, Tom Brady.
Taylor Heineke's got your number, baby.
Chase Young's coming for you, Tom Brady. He owes you a sack or two.
Well, if he does, he's going to see him because they keep bringing him to the wrong side. Oh,
you can catch.
Well, hopefully,
me.
we'll have it.
No, hopefully we'll have.
Hopefully, we'll have a trade to talk about this coming Friday.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. You can catch me at Jesse's24 on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm at Bang Radio Hour, and Keith is at KG Skins 26, even though he is not here today. And you can go bug him because he's really been taking a bunch of shit this freaking weekend. He really is. People get fucking stupid with him. Yeah. Wow, some guy said you made a living trashing the team, and now you just want to play the company guy. And I'm thinking, how did he make a living doing that? Did they pay him to freaking be
people are stupid.
To be a troll?
People are so stupid.
I know.
All right, we'll be back Friday. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll think of something. We'll find out. We might have some bits for you.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll have a bit, and hopefully we'll have a new kicker.
Maybe.
God damn it.
Or a new quarterback.
Who the fuck's left out there? Hey, this is our new guy. Jimmy choked it. Bobby Shanks. Let's get him in here.
Don't forget to go visit the hogfarmerscharity.org.
Right.
A little goes a long way. Help them out. Kids need your help.
Yeah,
all right.
They do.
Hail.
So do the freaking Western football team.
To the motherfucking team.